Hey, I'm AG Asian Guy. Let's uncover the hidden stories of money and power. A prominent financial analysis channel on YouTube has been permanently removed, taking with it years of documented research and primary source materials. Thousands of hours of published content have been wiped from the platform. The operator confirmed the removal in a final video on a secondary account. No prior warning was issued and no content strike was applied. No functional appeal process was made available before the channel was deleted. The channel built its audience around institutional financial data analysis. It relied on publicly available government filings and federal settlement documents. Content focused on directing viewers toward primary sources and regulatory agencies. The operator avoided opinion-based commentary in favor of court records and market data. The removal does not alter any of the underlying data previously presented. Public regulatory bodies continue to publish their reports on scheduled timelines. Federal settlement records remain accessible through public court systems. Market data from registered exchanges continues according to standard cycles. This information is not dependent on the existence of any single YouTube channel. The operator has directed the audience toward an independent newsletter. This BHIV platform is now the primary vehicle for all continued analysis. The newsletter is described as free with no membership fees or paid tiers. To understand the loss, it is important to examine the nature of the content. The body of work was built entirely around publicly verifiable economic data. Every data point and source citation was made freely available at no cost. No courses were sold and no trading signals were offered at any point. No paid memberships were operated during the channel's entire existence. The sole purpose was to make financial information accessible for independent verification. Topics spanned several interconnected areas of macroeconomic and commodity analysis. This included in-depth examinations of the residential housing market, breakdowns focused on institutional investor activity in real estate. Data indicates institutional investors own 21% of homes in Jacksonville. Housing inventory remains structurally lower by 17.8% since 2019. The channel also covered commodity markets with a focus on silver and gold. Operator referenced COMEX data, noting a declining trajectory in silver inventory. Delivery pressure within that market carries significant analytical implications. The weekly price, close for gold above $5,000, was cited as structural. This development extends far beyond surface-level headline reporting. The channel documented a 2020 federal legal settlement involving JPMorgan. This settlement was valued at $920 million. The operator cited criminal case number 1:CR19 CR00000438. Criminal conviction records remain permanently accessible through public court systems. These records exist entirely independent of any content platform. With the channel removed, the transition to a newsletter is now direct and detailed. The newsletter at og.bhiv.com had been operating quietly in the background. It now serves as the central platform for all future data breakdowns. The newsletter format offers structural advantages over video platforms. Chief among these is the absence of an algorithmic distribution system. On YouTube, algorithmic decisions influence which content reaches which audiences. Monetization pressures can shape the boundaries of what topics receive distribution. A direct-to-inbox newsletter is delivered without a deciding intermediary. This structure removes what was described as suppression pressure. Analysis can be presented in full without the constraints of platform dependency. The operator addressed the philosophical point underlying this transition. Building an information resource on a platform you do not own introduces vulnerability. When a channel is removed overnight, that vulnerability becomes impossible to ignore. The newsletter places the subscription relationship directly between creator and reader. No third-party platform holds the ability to sever that connection. The operator took care to acknowledge two distinct segments of the audience. Long-term followers have been independently verifying data from primary sources. They utilized CFTC commitments of traders and CME open interest data. The community built around this work does not reside on any single platform. It exists in the minds of people who chose to think differently about information. For newer viewers, the disappearance illustrates the core argument of the channel. No single source should be trusted unconditionally without verification. Owning one's access to verified information is the only protection against dependency. The operator draws a firm distinction between the channel and the underlying data. The data does not pause or stop for platform decisions. It continues to be updated through government and regulatory bodies. Silver continues to trade at a premium in Shanghai despite the removal. COMEX registered inventory levels continue their steady decline. The Federal Reserve continues to navigate a stagflationary economic backdrop. Core personal consumption expenditures. Inflation is holding at 3%. Gross domestic product growth is currently printing at 1.4%. The housing market remains structurally undersupplied relative to 2019. Institutional investors still hold 21% of residential homes in Jacksonville. The national debt continues to accumulate without any interruption. None of these conditions were affected by the removal of the YouTube channel. The operator reinforced the data verification framework central to their approach. COMEX continues to publish its vault reports on a daily basis. The CFTC continues to release commitments of traders' data every Friday. The Bureau of Economic Analysis publishes GDP figures on its standard schedule. The National Association of Realtors reports home sales data monthly. The instruction to verify information at its original source remains unchanged. The operator issued a direct call to action for the remaining audience. Viewers are asked to visit the description and access the newsletter link. Subscription is available at no cost to all interested parties. Please share the video and newsletter link with former viewers of the main channel. Many are likely unaware the channel was removed and will find nothing in search. The address ogre.behiva.com is the sole destination for all continuing work. The statement closed without drama or unnecessary sentiment. The operator acknowledged those who contributed sources and verified data. The work and the analysis continue even if the format has changed. The address changes, but the fundamental data does not. This concludes our coverage of this story in independent financial media. We will continue to monitor the situation and bring you updates. Stay informed and stay verified until the next report.